Meghan Markle was so upset by her estranged father's repeated attacks in the media that she wrote him a letter begging him to stop victimizing her, say friends. 5 close friends of the Duchess, who have not revealed their names, told People that Meghan had penned the letter to her dad, Thomas Markle, shortly after her wedding to Prince Harry. "Dad, I'm so heartbroken. I love you. I have one father. Please stop victimizing me through the media so we can repair our relationship," she wrote to Thomas after he gave a flurry of negative press interviews about his daughter. The 5 female friends, reported to be in Meghan's innermost circle, say Thomas Markle responded in a long letter, by asking Meghan for a photo shoot. She feels like, "That's the opposite of what I'm saying. I'm telling you I don't want to communicate through the media, and you're asking me to communicate through the media. Did you hear anything I said?" They said. "I think she will always feel genuinely devastated by what he has done," they told the magazine. Thomas Markle's criticism of his daughter's lack of contact is especially galling because her friends say he knows exactly how to reach her, but has never tried. "He knows how to get in touch with her," added the longtime friend, adding that Meghan's phone number had never changed. "He's never called, he's never texted. It's super painful because Meg was always so dutiful. And at the same time, because she's a daughter, she has a lot of sympathy for him." The friend told People that even after Thomas Markle's staged paparazzi photos came out, Meghan was still adamant about having her father at her wedding. "At no point was there talk of now that we know he lied, he's in trouble." Tom wouldn't take her calls, wouldn't take Harry's calls. They claimed that when a car arrived to take the 74-year-old to the airport for the wedding, he refused to get in. A short time later, the former actress heard he'd suffered a heart attack. "She's calling and texting, even up to the night before the wedding," her friend said. "It was like, please pick up. I love you, and I'm scared." It was endless. They continued that Meghan had never really had a relationship with her half-brother Thomas Markle Jr. and half-sister Samantha Markle, who has been particularly critical of Meghan in the press. "They have been made to appear as siblings who had this falling out, and that's not the truth at all," said the friend, explaining that both Thomas Jr. and Samantha were in their teens by the time Meghan was born. They were not a part of her life. They also hit out at reports that Meghan had become difficult since moving to the palace, and rejected rumors she was feuding with her sister-in-law Kate Middleton. "She is the same person," they said, "though everything around her has changed. There is nothing behind the feud with Kate." It's completely untrue. A friend and former co-star from LA, said that Meghan preferred a fairly simple life. She described visiting Meghan and Harry's cottage in Windsor, where the former Suits star was more than happy to get her hands dirty. "We had a couple of days together recently," they told the magazine. "Her husband was out of town on work. In the room she made up for me, there was a candle lit by the bed, slippers and a robe. We were the only two in the house. It was our time. She made the most lovely meals. She made tea every day. It was raining and muddy outside, so the dogs got all dirty, and she's wiping them off with towels. How much she loves her animals, how much she loves her friends, how much she loves feeding you, taking care of you. None of that has changed." They insist that the public portrayal of the difficult Duchess could not be further from the down-to-earth, selfless friend they know. "We've all been to their cottage," another pal added, describing the couple's former home at Kensington Palace as Nottingham Cottage, a small but cozy. The friends insist that the caring Meghan seen chatting to the public on royal engagements really was the real deal. "When you see her at walkabouts, when she crouches down to talk to the kids and genuinely has real conversations with people, that's Meg. That's how she crouches down with our kids at home. That's how she plays with them. That's how she engages with people and how she always has." The confidant told People that Meghan stayed grounded through meditation, and even on the biggest day of her life, her wedding to Harry last May, she remained a sea of calm throughout. "We could feel Meg's energy," they said. "The calm that she moves with. That's how it felt because that's how she and Harry are as a couple." She was also the first friend they turned to for advice, and Meghan was always insistent that she hear about her friends' lives before talking about her own. Yet, even as someone so calm, the friends had concerns about what the stress of the negative press, often stirred up by Meghan's own estranged family, was doing to her and the baby. "We worry about what this is doing to her and the baby. It's wrong to put anyone under this level of emotional trauma," let alone when they're pregnant. We want to stand up against the global bullying we're seeing, against Meghan, the Friends said. Meg has silently sat back and endured the lies and untruths. It emerged last week that Kensington Palace staff are spending hours each week moderating online abuse aimed at Meghan, a former star of the show Suits, and the Duchess of Cambridge. It's unclear who the Friends are. Thomas Markle gave yet another interview about his daughter in December, the fourth interview since the fallout with Harry and Meghan after he staged paparazzi pictures shortly before the couple's wedding in May. He then suffered 2 heart attacks, preventing him walking his daughter down the aisle at St. George's Chapel, Windsor. "I have been frozen out and I can't stay silent," he said. "I have made dozens of attempts to reach my daughter via text and letters, but she and Harry have put up a wall of silence. They have done what they once told me not to do. They are believing everything negative that has been written about me. So I am reaching out to them, once again, to try to correct the lies and get the truth out there. Everyone says, why don't I just shut the F up? That Meghan can't speak to me because I'll give away secrets. But that's bull. I've been accused of every terrible thing you can think of." In one magazine they had an awful story about Prince Charles right beside one about me. But no one is shunning Prince Charles. Meanwhile, Meghan appears to be enjoying her pregnancy during her royal engagement with Prince Harry. An adorable video clip taken last week appears to show Meghan feeling baby Sussex getting active in the womb during a tour of the Bristol Old Vic Theatre last Friday. The Duchess is expecting her first child in April and is now well into the 3rd trimester, when movements from babies in the womb become much stronger. The whistle-stop tour of the West Country city saw the parents-to-be also visit a sex worker charity where Meghan wrote messages of hope on bananas, which are distributed across the city to sex workers.